Boss is coming.
I'll pick him up if we get him. I'll pick him up.
Can you wait a sec?
What's the point in waiting?
There's gonna be a lot of
Yeah, let's get it. No.
Are we good?
Yep.
Yep.
Death Wish. Pop your Death Wishes.
This is a guild that I used to run with. When I first met them, they were only doing ZG, and very quickly I was able to get them into playing well, getting consumes, getting all the world buffs, and trying to push some of the fastest kill times ever on these bosses for our server. Everyone wants to be great. I want this video to be about how you can get others interested in the game.
Oh, that's done. Oh my god.
Get to the gate, don't go through it yet. Get to the gate, don't go through it yet. Everybody get there.
I think great things happen fast.
Cool, let's get it. Let's get those goblins. Dyson, get in front of the boss. Remember, you gotta pre-pop every CD. And we're gonna pull Veil right away. Go get a full rage bar, Dyson.
Okay.
I think that you can get people super interested in the game rapidly.
Cool, got 40 seconds, kill the goblins.
I've done it a lot of times in the past, and I think really all you gotta do is show them that they can pull off awesome things in the logs, in the game.
Not to die.
They just have to be able to impress themselves. That's all you need to do is show people how impressive they can be.
Kill him, kill him, kill him. Get in position.
I'll demo shot.
Shaman, stay with the melee side.
You probably noticed that I have some AQ gear on, and obviously stuff from later in BWL.
Watch threat.
Curse of Recklessness on it?
Yep.
Okay.
Start shield and restart shield.
I was gonna say we don't have Death Wish.
Watch threat, make sure you guys do Sunder for your first global.
You might have noticed how that guy was talking about Death Wish as if it was forgotten that it wouldn't be up. I didn't want to have to worry about people being stupid and pulling on Veil, so I just made sure that they used it on the boss beforehand. It's hard to get people who aren't super committed to the game to go read a manual on how we're going to perform the fights, so I always raid led in a way where it was basically winged.
Careful on threat.
Now about that gear difference, I actually met them in ZG and became their raid leader. However, eventually we ended up going separate ways because we weren't able to get everybody to be aligned. So I went and ran my own groups for a bit, and that's how I got this gear. I also raided with some other people in a couple groups that I didn't manage myself.
Stare at the threat meter, stare at the threat meter, stare at it, stare at it. Cool.
Who's
Check if you got the bomb. Check if you got the bomb. Everybody else upstairs. Upstairs. Don't go around the corner. We're going to be at that pillar. Okay, we're going to be waiting at that pillar. No, we're not.
Locker,
Go on
get out.
Star.
Get out of here, boy. Oh, wasted. He's dead.
Lox, you have the ball.
God damn.
So of course we made up, that's the way I ended up being their raid leader a second time, and there was a lot of drama before. But if you show people what you can offer to them, and you're genuine, people will give you another shot.
You ready, Bo? Bo,
I
get
can,
the other side.
I'm on square, yeah.
I lost all
Yeah,
my
you're on,
buff. Maybe
I'll
someone
pull
can,
it. Yeah, you
someone
get back.
can
We'll do
change
the thing
the
like you did last week.
Don't clog up the voice channel with buff talk. Like, just focus on this next pull.
I love 40-mans. You have so much influence if you really know how the game works. I'm battle shouting here, so that way all the mobs come to me.
Cool, stay back, big guy, stay back bit. Just so there's no way we fuck the captain up.
Other than the captain, because the hunter's hitting it. This means I don't have to worry about everybody being a doofus. And we're back here behind that corner, so that way nobody could accidentally tab target and hit the captain. I'm a raid leader mostly because I'm a control freak, but your voice is the most powerful asset you have, and regardless of your role in raid, you can make an enormous difference all on your own. You just have to be willing to prove to others that they should listen to you and take responsibility.
Cool, turn around, we'll kill the captain. It's behind us.
You probably didn't notice this, but we only had 3 tanks assigned on that last pull. I know that those big caster mobs move really slowly, and so I wasn't worried, and I left 1 melee untanked.
Once that's dead, hug the left. We're gonna skip the pack that's on the right.
I know the untanked mob's gonna end up on a DPS, and we're gonna insta-kill the Skull and X, so it's just no problem.
Through the gate, hug the left.
I thought about all this before the raid. I wasn't gonna let not having a bunch of tanks mess this up.
Pressure room, dagger boys, go disarm traps, sword boys, stay behind, make sure no traps re-pop up.
Hug the left, be careful, don't pull that trash negligently.
I didn't ask that rogue to call that out, but I knew he would because he's done it before and he likes making sure shit goes the right way. You can find people like this so easily. You just need to let them actually say things that they think matter, and when they do a good job, let them know.
Waiting for that dragon kin to separate. Get on up here.
It's pretty easy to get people comfortable making calls and taking accountability as long as you actually tell them that they made awesome calls when they make awesome calls. And if they make a bad one, try to make it not stink.
You can grab that dragonkin.
I think a lot of people don't feel comfortable saying what they think in the real world at work and making things around them better. And in the game, it's so easy to quickly show somebody that they can have a big positive impact, and it makes it so fun. It's why I play, 100%.
We can scoot up a bit. Pull that one when you get a chance. Excellent job, Rogue, so far.
Now, not to say that I don't think you shouldn't be a dictator at times if you're a raid leader or a GM, but you should try to leverage other people's skills.
And we'll basically kill one of these and then we'll move up, so that way we always get a reset. We want the stacks to reset. But yeah, that's basically the plan. As long as we don't like get the stacks really high, no one will die.
I like that one of the guys' name is just Matt. I
Nice
don't
and
know why I
simple.
like that.
I saw it.
What up, Matt?
Now, of course, this group's not crazy good, but we're doing great and we're having a lot of fun, and there's no reason that taking something seriously can't let you have fun too. People are leaving so much on the table. You get so much more out of the game. Like, watch this. Watch this guy independently help us a lot.
Hey, Hex Doctor, pull your totem.
He's just trying to help everybody out, and he's polite about it too.
Swamp donkey, pull him up.
And you see, it gets other people paying attention to the problem as well. I like challenging myself to find out how to communicate better in raid at all times.
Excellent job, Rhodes.
Here's a tip.
Nice.
Never use the
Otherwise
word
we'll
just
leave.
when you're asking somebody to do
only
something.
have
It
two dead
diminishes their
boys now.
success.
Feels good.
I'll go on traps too then.
Disarming is a thankless job, and they do it because the culture's great.
Great job with the trap so far.
We got a bunch of totems in the back, pulling some whelps. Bring your totems up to the corner, please.
When I first started playing WoW as a kid, I played with a bunch of people who were in their 40s, and they treated me with a bunch of respect, and they let me be accountable for my actions in raid. When I did good things, they let me know. When I did bad things, they politely let me know to help me grow. And that is one of the reasons why I'm so connected to this game. You don't get that opportunity too often in the workforce unless you're in a very tiny organization. There's a lot of risk involved in trusting other people to do things right, especially when money's on the line. But it makes people so much more passionate when you let them be accountable and they get the rewards and consequences.
Cool, let's scoot up.
An example is people who give bad advice to maybe seem cool. Instead of criticizing them, teach them how to use their skills to give better advice.
We got some whelps coming from totems in the other room
Right into
still.
the first cubby.
One example is when people say things that don't matter, don't care about it.
Hey, these breaks are in a
Totems in
shitty
the first
spot.
cubby.
Wait a sec, it might triple pull.
Like, I wasn't worried about us getting in that cubby, but I was worried about us stacking the lizards in the cubby. And so I made sure to tell everybody that.
If you have totems in any room that isn't this cubby, put them in.
Attention is a finite resource in groups, but as long as people aren't wasting too much of it, let them explore. That way they'll actually learn.
Cool, we'll kill these and then we'll sit still for a sec. We got a lot of stacks.
This is a dangerous spot, and so I'm going to take over the comms for a bit, just to be safe.
Okay, chill for a sec, chill for a sec. Don't want to LS the healers with
Keep
stacks.
the heals going.
Food buff.
Okay, we're good.
We'll drink
We can
the
go
food.
around the corner. Yeah, if you need to get any food buffs, you can go ahead. Everybody else hug the corner. Around the side.
Around the side
And then
into
we'll be
the
killing the boss in
room.
here.
Pull your totems.
We're killing the boss here because people are kind of stupid with their positioning in this group, and it just makes it simpler for us.
You can pull that whenever it
When
gets
you
in range. It's not a huge rush. And then Smart will be doing the same thing as last time, so getting like that corner back here or whatever. You see where I'm jumping?
It's not like this is just the best way to do it, though. It's specifically tailored for the group I'm with.
Oh, I didn't mark the Smart to do this. Why do I always mess that up? Get on Star if you're ranged. We're gonna be doing the boss back here. Same thing as last time.
Dyson wants to take it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sometimes it takes a little getting used to for people to be low on mana all the time. So in most of the groups that I run, it becomes a meme that I don't let people drink, which is pretty funny. But it definitely causes some fights and raids at time, which I'm experienced with.
Mana though,
Cool.
if you don't mind.
You got a combat.
I
route
mean,
where
all
it's
is
there.
full, Sinews full, actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna face pull it. Get ready, Dyson. You're gonna want a Death Wish while he's running in.
What's funny is I managed to not pull it the first time.
We're pulling it back. We're pulling it back. Jesus Christ, that's not pulling.
Usually if I think I'm tanking, I'll
Open
pre-pop
this.
an armor pot, but I didn't here because I wanted to have a lip up for in case I was stupid like this and got caught out of position with the slow.
Push your backs up against that wall real hard, guys.
Don't think that just because you're not playing with incredible people, you can't make important decisions and that the things you do don't matter. I know in this raid group that we're not going to have the best speedrun ever, and I also know that my parses aren't going to be as good as they could be. However, I can still have a lot of fun knowing I'm squeezing as much performance out of this group as possible. If I'm playing as an individual, I'll do the same thing. There's so much opportunity to have a blast. I love every second of raiding. I wish I could do 40-man classic raids literally all the time and push myself and push other people to be the best they could be. It's so exciting.
Excellent. Cool. Go deep left. We can kill some of these fucking whelps. And then mage tank and healers get some mana.
Now I am in a rush, but I wanted to go deep left so I could get eyes on Firemaw, and I saw he was going away, so that's why I was like, yeah, there's no reason to rush any of this. We might as well just take it slow and safe.
It's not a rush to get this trap down whenever we get a chance. Got like 30 seconds-ish until we pull this, because Firemaw's right here.
You just want me on standby for Fireball? Alright. Looks like
Yep. I'll get the unmarked one. You ready, Smart?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Cool, pull in. Actually, I'll wait for you to get a look here.
Yeah, maybe put cape on now too.
Could Smart get a shield and
Yeah, that's a good
shadow
idea.
protection? Yeah.
You want a trap here?
Yeah.
Sure.
This one doesn't need one, but you could put it anyways.
Pulling.
The mage tank that we have in this group is absolutely incredible. He thinks about the game very holistically, always trying to make sure that whatever is within his control, he makes the maximum use out of it. I absolutely love playing with people like that. He's the kind of guy that will find ways to not die if he gets stunned or slowed by the other mobs.
Careful not to die and lose the buffs. Once this is dead, Bori and Dyson get your FR sets on. I'll wear one too.
Usually I have one on even if I'm in a pug, and I'll just sit and wait in case somebody needs to, I don't know, like save the day or something if tanking gets messed up. But I realize I can trust these guys, and it's like really cringe for me not to just put it in their hands. And so I'm gonna pad instead.
Actually, I'll just wear a DPS set. We got plenty of people. Get ready, Dyson. Get a powered shield on Dyson.
You can't be crit while you have an absorb on yourself, so it gives him an extra hit to kill.
Give him sec for threat, guys. It's a bitch to make threat right on the full if you get unlucky in that kind of gear.
I saw he had low rage, so I wanted to make sure to call that out. But it actually gives 2 hits to kill, because he doesn't have to worry about getting crit, and it absorbs a full hit.
Hell yeah. Get it. You want to save your CDs for later in the fight, because we're going to kill him in like under 2 minutes.
This is actually a bad call. I should have said it sooner. Saying it right at the start of the fight means that I didn't protect everyone from themselves, and also it's very distracting if you did pop it early and then the raid leader says not to do it right after. Ugh.
It's gonna stay on you. I got hit by wing buff it. It's fine. I'll take the next one.
Next time you go in DPS, you can use your CDs.
This is an example of how to say stuff the right way. You want to say it early so that way people have as much of a chance as possible.
Healers on Roby. Empress, you're taking stacks.
Nugget for you're also taking stacks.
Tot resisted. I'll pick it up.
Off tank's doing a great job communicating with each other, so I just shut up and let him cook. It's way more fun when you're a tank and the raid leader's not telling you what to do, doing things independently and making the raid better. That feels amazing.
Careful not to die DPS, careful not to die DPS and lose your buffs like a doofus. Don't risk it, you'll ruin your whole night.
I think saying stuff like this is helpful, and when I see someone die and I didn't say anything beforehand, I feel like it's a personal failing on my part. Maybe that's just because I'm a crazy person, but it does keep me more engaged, so you might want to try it yourself.
Well done.
Good job, team.
Let me know when you're ready, Smart, and mark the next things. We'll be doing these mobs back
Alright,
there.
I'm ready.
Hunters, put your traps up here when you get a chance.
Healers go back to max.
Yeah, just one trap where Ape is would be great. And a
Close to
trap
you.
further down the line works. Essentially just make a line of the traps where they'll run, and that'll be great.
Watch me miss this dynamite because I'm an absolute moron. Oops. Not that it matters.
Do you want me on triangle? Or you?
You got box. That was dangerous.
So I kind of tweaked there because I just saw that I cleaved a mage, and in the heat of the moment I was thinking, did I just cleave the tanking mage? I did not. He was much farther ahead.
Careful the flame strike here from the spellbind. I'll just pull it further.
But I was still thinking that, and so that's why I had the nervous laughter. That was a bad job on my part. It would have been much better if I'd landed the dynamite and I was out of range of the mob, because then it couldn't have cleaved anyone. So that would be a way I could correct myself for next time.
All mages should be helping with these attacks.
Careful not to die on those goblins. You guys try to help Smart out at the end.
Yeah, just throw out the blizzards. Elementium war in the door.
Rain of Fire is good to parse too.
I hate the big lizards in this place, since you're able to actually control
that
which
first.
abilities they have.
You can get the big one, Dyson. I'm not going to mark its skulls because it'll confuse the DPS. Come up here, guys. Yep, everybody up here into the little cubby. We'll kill X first. We'll kill the unmarked one last. And we'll pull them towards us so Dyson doesn't have to run too far away to tank his mob away from us. I'll like do a grenade pull and pull it in. Get ready, tanks. Incoming.
Notice how I didn't put a skull on the big guy, because I didn't want people to hit the skull, and I also didn't want to shift the tank marks around. I knew it wasn't super important if people were disorganized on the small guys. We just got to make sure that we control the big guy.
We'll stay here for the next 3 trash packs. Remember, we did skip a pack to our right, so it's going to be there the whole time.
Empress move to the left.
Now, you might see this run and think that it would be hard for you to get your group to act this way and to be polite and all work together, but I basically got myself G-kicked from this group a few weeks prior to this run, and then they let me come back. So, like, let me assure you that whatever problems you think your group has, you can overcome them, because I was allowed to come back after being a mega asshole. So I am sure that whatever problems you think you have aren't that big.
Put a trap on this ramp when you guys get a chance. Thanks. And then let me know when you're good, Smart.
Alright. I'm ready now.
Base, sending it.
If people say stuff that I think is going to hurt the group's cohesion outside a raid, I will smoke them in comms. I just cannot help myself, but I think since people know where it's coming from, that's one of the reasons that they'd give me another chance. If you're just a dick for the hell of it, people won't like you.
There's a shadow guy that's gonna shadow bolt me here, so
Yeah, don't stun it.
Yeah,
Being true to yourself when you communicate is really important, but that doesn't mean that you can just let your emotions take control. If you seem kind of logical, but you're really heated, people are going to respect it way more than if you're just being a man-child and can't help yourself.
I think I managed to fish him out. Sketch though.
he's out.
No, hey.
they gotta call you a pro fisherman, dude. Damn. And the fish were
Master.
throwing bombs at you.
Master angler. Masturbator.
Like the opposite of redneck fishing.
There you go. That was a good masturbator, damn.
I have a question. Is there any way to MC that guy so we can learn the smelting recipe?
Nope.
I mean, I could cheap him if you want.
We can do it when somebody's like up for a legendary. Because the thing is, like, somebody else will want to get it every time, so I don't want to like slow the raid down today to do it.
I think it's important to explain why I wouldn't let him learn it there.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready, Smart.
I got a lot of mana to drink.
Cool.
Which guy is it that does that?
The goblin.
I didn't want to do it this one time because then it would be weird to say no the next time, and we can't do it every time.
Alright, I'm ready now.
Oh, that's not in it.
You can also do a trap closer to where Ape is, and that's really good too.
Oh yeah, they got one there.
I do a weird little dance here because I only have one battle shout's worth of threat on triangle, and I'm worried he's going to run off and smoke someone.
Dyson sheep.
Got a
Dyson
warlock.
sheep.
Now, this moon that I'm picking up wasn't Matt's mob. I actually left it untanked because I don't need to worry about the mage tank getting threat on it.
And then bring him around from here.
You see, those mobs are immune to magic, so I know it's going to run out of healer. So I just waited for that to happen all on its own, and then I went and picked it up. Much easier than trying to find some other raid-leading way to control the mob, in my opinion.
There's another one.
I think it's really fun how you can do weird stuff like that. And it's even more fun when you can get other tanks on it. And you'd be like, hey, you're going to get these 2 mobs. You don't have to worry about picking up one of them right away because the mechanics work this way. It leaves a lot of control in the player's hands.
Cool, same positions.
Yeah, if you place a trap where Ape stands up there and then 1 at that corner, that's perfect. Because it'll split them up earlier.
That's Smart Mage again, and he's excellent at getting people to help him out.
Let me know when you're good.
I'm ready. I evocated.
Hell yeah.
You know, he isn't just asking for that stuff and not bringing it up outside a raid. He's making sure to thank these people later.
It's fine. There's 1 there already.
You'll see the one that activates the furthest.
The healers will. You're gonna want to stand back a bit further because they're still gonna be able to bomb you there.
He had a lot of experience raiding in retail, but he was actually new to Classic. But right away, he found out that he could use his skills as a communicator to make our group better. He made sure to tell people things he knew about the game, confirmed that he has the right idea of how the mechanics work, and whenever people assisted him in performing his role, he made sure to give them credit.
You want me to stack this Spellbinder in as well, or can we just keep it out?
If you can.
Well, it's not getting kicked, so that's why I'm kind of scared to bring it in.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Like, you can kind of have it wherever. If it's easy to move it, you can move it.
Okay. Here it is.
I'll kick it.
So that person saying they would do the kick is my wife, and she was a new player, but she's interested in learning how systems work, and she knew that the reason it was hard for Matt to position that mob is because it keeps stopping to cast spells. So when he talks about it, she ran over there and started kicking it.
I mean, I've been locking down 1 Spellfinder every single pool with kicks and stuns, and so.
I appreciate you.
Love it. Love
Hell
it.
yeah. Thanks, you guys got FAPs up. Come up here, watch out, there is a pack behind us. Is yours on CD, Dyson?
It's on a minute.
That's fine, I'll get skull then.
So is mine. Mine's on 40 seconds.
40 seconds? Okay, let's wait a sec.
Yeah, that's my bad.
That's not
I should have held it.
So that Matt guy, he ran a guild with me before, and he's all about personal responsibility. I don't think it's a big deal that he didn't have his pot ready, but he thinks everything he controls is a big deal, and that's why I'm fucking in love with the guy.
What's your CD looking like now?
21.
30.
Okay. We'll wait on Dyson's and do it, and then I'll just be free in case Evan comes down. If Evan comes down, it's like not really any big deal. He hits about as hard as one of these mobs. We'll just get a shitty parse.
I'll put a cloak on.
Good idea, yeah. Put your cloaks on, tanks.
Also ranged, please blast the goblin.
You
Alright.
fap up, Dyson?
Yep. 3 seconds.
Cool, yeah. Cool. Skull right, skull right, Roby middle, or Trock left. Let's send it.
Now, Matt usually does the demos, not because he's assigned to it, but just because he beats me to the punch. But he didn't mention it this time, so I made sure that I went and put the debuffs up on these mobs because they hit super hard. That's the reason I'm being weird and getting low uptime here.
I'll pick him up if we get him. I'll pick him up.
You're gonna need
Good
some
up with
heals
the
on
healers.
Ape.
We'll be good, yeah.
You know, the game feels more like a role-playing game when you go fast. It gives the opportunity where you actually need to handle stuff on the fly.
You don't worry about it.
Alright, Dyson will go into the ball.
This feels way more like real combat, where we're working together and things are crazy.
Yeah, keep him still. He might outrun some heals.
Square's free. Square's free.
And it's all because we're going fast.
Honest as I
Be
can.
careful with Arcane on Square.
I could have wiped the raid here because of a micro mechanic. I was out of position. I'll explain it in a sec.
Square's free again.
You can pawn back off me.
Alright, I'll just chill in the back, Roby.
Where's free?
Drake breaths are different than dragon breaths. Drake breaths are like a cone of cold, but they always fire in the direction where the cast began. So you need to be in the correct position always.
Be on the dragon's left side, because we're going to be taunting it to the dragon's right side. Be on the dragon's left side DPS, or you will get breathed.
You can reposition something like Ani mid-breath, and it's fine, but a Drake, no. If it begins casting at the raid, and then you taunt it away from the raid, it will still incinerate your entire raid group. So I really could have killed everyone there. It's a massive mistake I made.
I'll just let you 3 stay up front.
You can taunt it. Resist. Double resist, unlucky.
I like micro mechanics like this existing in the game. It's very interesting, but it means you have to know a ton about the game if you want to be able to make weird decisions on the fly. And even though I do, I could have killed everyone.
Can we get Fairy Fire in the box? Thank you.
You have a druid, yeah.
These nuts.
That was another one of my good friends. He's making sure the debuff's up so people can perform better, but he made sure to be polite about it and thank the person. It's hard to remember to put Fairy Fire up when you're just trying to heal people and we had 4 mobs going up at the same time.
Hell yeah,
That's
up
sick,
the ramp.
guys.
Up the ramp, we're gonna pull the boss in like very soon.
Oh. I
Should we
don't have
save
any
our
mana.
tanks? Probably save your potion CD.
Yeah, it's a good idea, definitely. Tank save it.
It's very smart that he reminded us about the potion CD. It's so easy to forget and use a rage pot.
Okay, you can send it, Dyson. Give him a sec to position it, guys. He has to pull it a little bit back.
After talking about the Drake breaths before, you might be a little worried about positioning them on pull. However, they don't cast their breaths immediately on pull ever.
Perfect.
I like how you can learn these things.
Pop your CDs if you got them, guys. This boss gonna be fast as fuck.
If the mobs had more random behaviors you had to react to, it would be harder to have the opportunities to actually come up with unique ways to handle challenges in the raids. I think it's fantastic that they're not random, that you can expect things and you can build a strategy around it. This is an opportunity for the best players to come up with dynamic strategies and also for groups that aren't as good to find ways to make their weaknesses not matter.
It's almost like we're speedrunning this raid.
We're cooking.
Yeah, like I didn't tell these guys that this is a speed run. I just wanted to push them to go faster because it's fun.
Same assignment for healing this last dragon pack.
Hell yeah. You guys all ready?
Yep.
Thanks, that is?
Yep.
Cool, yeah, send it. I'll stay in the group in case any of you guys get the shitty one.
Now we have probably my least favorite pull in the entire raid. People get risky on this and lose their buffs before the big dog, and that totally sucks. These mobs are lame. This is a thing that I wish they would change. Make them always have the same spells. Don't make it so you need a priest to fish your ID to force the correct spells on these mobs.
Spinning on square. So it doesn't matter.
You can have a priest use mind vision on these mobs if they have the Mara dagger, and that will put them in combat so you can test their spells.
Spinning again on square.
But of course, this existing means that you're tempted to do it, which is not fun.
And again.
Access free, it's on APL.
I'll take it.
Shadow, be careful.
It's a billion taunts on that thing.
If you get low health, run away from
Ice
the
in the
mob.
spinning? It was.
Run away, run away, run away.
It is kind of cool, though, to have people run away from these guys, even though the threat drop spin is a cringe mechanic that's annoying to deal with. It is kind of nice seeing that we have to coordinate like this.
I'll pull the boss, you can stay in the spot. And,
Do you need dust, Jake? Do you need sand?
But really, I'd be okay if they never changed anything in Classic. I don't think it's an accident the game rocks. The creators were geniuses.
Thank you. Is that all you're
Actually,
saying?
wait, Matt, can you give me a couple back? I gave you all my sand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Roby, I'm good, Roby. I got plenty.
Thanks, brother.
I'm gonna say reset.
Hold on, I have no inventory spots. Hold on, I gotta try to split them.
I really like how people in this group were comfortable talking on the mic. I think it's awesome.
Oh, you can pull the thing, Dyson. Actually, I don't have my buff on the doofus. Did you get that summon? Did you get the summon?
I
Dyson?
will. No, I didn't.
Here, you can go over there. Sorry, I canceled it.
About half the raid team uses their mic at some point in this raid.
As soon as you summon
And
me,
it's not like we're getting in the way or cluttering comms.
Hell yeah. And then another tank.
we're
you
gonna
know,
get
second
a mage buff and druid buff, please.
People naturally are just responsible here. But I think that you do have to work to create a group like this.
We're gonna kill this boss fast enough. Yep. I'll get the debuffs.
My boy Matt almost sounds sad that I'm stealing his job and putting up the debuffs. That shit cracks me up.
I'll call the Death Wish timing.
Insta bronze, dude. Fuck.
Get ready for that breath. Get ready for the breath.
Lay out.
DPS.
It's on Roby.
Alright, it's
Demo shot.
And then I forget to keep the buff up. That's a big deal. It makes the boss hit about 25% lower, so I could have killed the tank by not having it up. Pretty cringe.
Do melee line or stay in for time lapse here?
You'll do more DPS if you line up. You can do whatever you want. LOS the breath, LOS the breath.
I should have called for CDs to get popped right after this breath went out. Not a great play on my part.
Rage for the boys.
It's kind of shitty timing. Fuck.
You spell healers, please.
Death Wish, but pay attention. Death Wish, but pay attention.
Time lapse.
DPS are staying in.
Stay in. Everybody stay in. You're staying in for time lapse. Except the tank.
I should have been ready for this. I should have gone D stance the second I noticed the boss came to me because, you know, I wasn't literally instantly in melee range. I could have taken a couple other hits in D stance and then I would have lived. Sure, the other tanks could have maybe positioned a little better. A healer could have healed me sooner, but that was completely within my control. I could have made it have one more hit to kill.
Everybody runs Neff.
Ooh.
Runs Neff if you're not resing.
Alright, Mudhead. Here you go, man.
Almost any time I've died in a raid, it has been my fault, and that's true for you too.
If anybody has sand,
Sure, sometimes you can't overcome things caused by the raid group, but if you're the only one who died, it's probably your fault.
Gotcha, bro. Mido, I have a scale cloak if you need it.
Everybody get in. We're gonna start this shit like pretty much instantaneously.
Need one extra. Yes, please. I guess like 10 times there. Got bronze twice.
Hurry up, run in, guys.
Sorry, I'm stunned. Wait,
I was bronze.
Penhurst, do you need one still?
Yeah, I'm gonna need one still.
Anybody that
Okay.
has the sand debuff, give them a sand.
Okay, I'm inside. I'm the
Somebody
last.
find
Okay,
them.
pull the boss. Talk to
Yeah,
me,
I've
Varian.
got a stand debuff.
They still have the debuff. give
Activate
'em
the
a sand.
boss.
Alright.
Perform the roleplay.
Do not cleave your friends. Do not cleave your friends. Single target damage. Don't tab. Click the mobs.
Your Nixia scale cloaks right now. Equip cloaks right now.
This is actually one of the last raids that I ever end up doing with this group. We don't have awesome progress in Nax, and I get into arguments with a few people and decide that I'm better off just not playing the game as seriously. But it was really great playing with these guys, and it was totally worth the stuff that was a pain in the ass to be able to have all of the awesome experiences I had with them.
We just kind of chill here.
And I'm still friends with basically all of them, even though we had many big arguments, and even though a lot of them were basically started by me, trying to push my agenda or belief system on them. I think it's really, really cool the kind of stuff you can learn about people and also yourself playing in the game and pushing to do better. I'd say most of my best friends are from World of Warcraft, and they're not from college, even if that sounds weird.
Your weapon stones have likely fallen off.
You've fallen off.
Oh my god.
The damage is gonna suck all night.
Got him. Okay, these are really spread out a lot. Phase 3 is gonna be a little weird.
The best experiences in this game are reserved for people who are serious about something, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a cutting-edge raider. You just need to take your relationships and progress of some sort seriously. Maybe that means clearing easy content with a bunch of friends.
Alza, he wants your nuts. It's like the 18th.
I know,
battle
the
bowl
whole-
you've eaten.
He hasn't been on anybody.
I'm pretty sure he just picked somebody, so.
Nice.
No, he changes
God.
it.
I think it's a % chance to change though, because I've seen them hit the same person many times in a row, several times now.
You did that last week.
Third.
But I do think taking performance seriously is also a life hack, and if you try to make people perform better and make them believe in themselves, they'll have an awesome time, in my opinion. I've never seen it not work.
If you need to hide, get back here. If you do not have your cape on, get back here now. Shame hide behind the throne.
This group has a strange mix of people. We got guys who are super serious about the raid, and you can feel it in their voices. They have a lot of energy about certain mechanics, like
Don't
this.
leave Zab's DPS. Don't leave yet.
And then there's other people who are kind of screwing around, but make sure not to get in the way.
Come back from behind the throne.
Give Dyson
Go,
a
go,
sec
go.
for threat.
I'm not trying to say that's what that guy was doing. I just didn't know how to edit the sound there.
Kill the ad. Kill the ad.
It's awesome how different groups of people can work together and have a great time in this game. I really dislike how people seem to think that Classic WoW was awesome on accident. as if the developers didn't have some massive insights into people and gaming, and that they didn't craft this amazing project for us. There is no way that this is by chance. Think of all the variables.
Last call on priest, no heal.
Stop healing.
Stop healing. Fields and
Renews and
renews.
shield.
Diamond Flask. Diamond Flask.
The creation of this game was engineered. I'm sure they knew what kind of feelings they wanted to give us. They wanted to feel like we had this massive world so we can have these epic experiences with other people. Everything that's great takes focus.
Death Wish. Death Wish.
I don't think that the attention spent to this game was small.
Free seal again.
And I definitely don't think that it was an accident that they created the best game ever made. So where do you place your attention day to day?
Keep an eye on your threat, Rec.
Are you trying to progress towards something?
Kill totems.
Hopefully things in the real world.
Fury first.
But maybe it's things in the game. That's fine too.
Stage 3. AoE.
I'm trying to get better at using my focus and making content that, I don't know, it gives like a certain feeling. That's what I want to happen. I don't think that how you parse is particularly important. I definitely don't think that somebody can look at my videos and then just, I don't know, magically improve. I bet that in some small way, the reason that you like playing online games is because you feel powerful playing them. You think that you have some unique skills. Maybe it means that you're really good at parsing or speedrunning, or maybe you just think that you're really good at having a good time with strangers and getting to meet people. And so you feel unrestrained and you're able to get in the zone and make decisions for yourself, and you don't need to go look at what society or gurus or some dumb YouTubers are telling you about something to make your mind up about it. And that is something that you should try to have in the real world too. I would say a big example of this is how almost everybody in the age group that watches my videos was told that going to college was a requirement for success. And I think most of us have probably realized that that's definitely not true. And for some reason, even though I bet a lot of us knew it wasn't true before we signed up to go to school, you didn't feel brave enough to be like, no, for some reason, everybody else is wrong, and I seem to be the only one that's thinking clearly. That's really true. If you have the feeling that you're the only one that's thinking clearly sometimes, maybe act on it. I'd say one example is I wanted to start making WoW content, and it wasn't really going anywhere. I tried to make it the same way everyone else did, and then the first time I made something that was different was really bad. It had editing like a Simonize video, except, you know, I didn't have any clout like Simonize, and so I would say that that's why I would call the video bad, but I just said legitimately what I thought about the game and explained some mechanics and how I believe people should look at the rage system. And that video got a ton of views, and it really started me on this journey of making content. If what I had done was try to copy others or pay somebody for coaching and just take other people's advice and tactics, I don't think it would have ever worked out. And in my professional life, I'd also say that I didn't listen to other people. I went to college for engineering and I nearly dropped out. I took Calc 3 and Calc 2 like 2 or 3 times each. I never completed Calc 3. I actually dropped out of an electrical engineering degree in the end and got a University of Phoenix type education online just for the piece of paper, and focused on practicing for tech interviews. And I got job offers at tons of elite firms, but the whole time I was doing it for years straight, people told me I was crazy, that I was wasting my time and my money, and that it wouldn't work out. And then at the end, I hardly know anybody else who had their career take off as well as mine did. And then while working, I decided that the things that we were doing at the company I worked at, which was Microsoft, were crazy. And we weren't making decisions to benefit the company financially or to benefit the customers. The last project I worked on was trying to characterize the sound that the Master Chief Edition Xbox makes when you turn it on. It makes a different beep than all the other Xboxes, and I knew that this would be months of work, and in the end, no customer would appreciate it. And I just thought, this is so pointless. I am wasting the company's money and my time, and I'm not gonna help the customer out.
And honestly, what would have been a better way to improve the product would have been if we used higher density metals in like the HDMI connectors. That way, if like a kid or a dog knocks your Xbox over, it doesn't have as high of a chance of shattering the connection. So I quit that job. And I've spent a couple years unemployed trying to make my own businesses, and I've made some money doing it. Not really enough to sustain myself, but I saved a lot of cash before I did any of this. And I've learned so much about myself and the world, and making this WoW channel is actually the first thing where I've decided, like, this is something I can focus on, I can pour time into it, and it will work out financially. For sure. I mean, I love it. That's why I'm doing it. But I, of course, wouldn't be able to put as much into it if I didn't think that it could make me detach from society financially. I don't want to become some weird guru on how to make money, but if you think that the people that control you are crazy, maybe embrace that and make some decisions for yourself. I bet that you like World of Warcraft because it makes you feel like an agent in that world in Azeroth. And you should have that in real life too.